Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. How's everyone doing today? Guys, guys. Hey, what's going on? Tom Selleck said, pull up Zcash daily chart. Hilarious. Let's go check it out. Hilarious. Let's see. That is actually quite insane. I suspect, hopefully, a little bit of copium here, that many altcoins will look like this in the not so distant future. And not so distant future, I'm going to leave it at that because the vagueness of it allows me plausible deniability. Make sure you guys smash the like button on your way in. Look at that volume. Oh my gosh. What is the market cap? Is what I'm curious about. This bad boy's up a whopping 818%. Very, very nice. Very nice. Hilarious. That is pretty sick though. Very cool. Congratulations to any holders. It's almost as if the volume like determines what the chart does, because when you meet the candles with the volume candles, they look almost identical. What's going on, Tom Selleck, G Immortal, Philly, John M, Giovanni Fontes? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Appreciate you guys for being here. I am in the process of brewing my chai latte, so I might exit the stream for like a solid minute in like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. We'll see. Giovanni said, why Zcash? I don't know. People are like, privacy. We need privacy. I don't want people to see what I'm doing with my crypto coins. It's weird. Because nobody can really see what you're doing anyways, because nobody cares about you. It's like a narcissism epidemic. Everyone's like, they're watching me. Everyone wants to see everything that I'm doing. Billy said, geez, JJ, and your 4-hour chart? What's the matter with the 4-hour chart? So Bitcoin taking another little doo-doo going on right now. Low volume doo-doo, which is nice. However, numbers still go down, and we know like number go down. We're currently trading at 101, 165, and 77 cents. Again, none of this really matters until we get to the weekly close, so I'm not too deeply concerned about it, but we are down 2.62% on the day. We got a higher low so far. If we get a reaction here and continue to the upside, that would actually be a bullish scenario, which is good. We do have a red dot on the momentum wave pointing to the downside, as well as a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI, signaling further downside as well. Franco said, I'm still bullish until 2 weekly closes below the 50 moving average. That's 101K-ish as of now. Depends on what chart you look at, I think. Because when we looked, it was at 102,945. So I imagine it has to do with the exchange and the asset. There's a million different things that could make it change, but yeah, it's around 101K. We are trading below this 786 from the all-time high to 74.5, which somebody pointed out forever ago. We put it on the chart, never saw him again, but it's here. It has some relevancy. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. Billy said the 4-hour is a little unconventional. How is it unconventional? That's literally what I started with. Everyone uses a 4-hour. Unconventional. What do you want to look at? The daily or the 15-minute? 102,409? Unconventional. Ban that guy. Ban that guy in the chat. Alright. 104,606. And to the downside, we've got 100,375. I had to replace an entire wheel bearing on the boss's trailer today. It was kind of funny. 98,910. Whew. Yeah, we're I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting weekend. It is. Bitcoin reaching 1 million before GTA 6 release. Now 48% on Polymarket. What? I saw that they delayed that. Take-Two Interactive dumped a little bit on that news, which, to be fair, I'd rather them delay it and actually get a good game. But I was a little excited. Waiting until what is it now? November, like mid to late November next year. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Okay. So I don't know. Are we gonna hit? There seems to be thicker liquidity to the upside and the immediate upside. We've hit the downside stuff. 100 million right there, and then we got 100 million there, 82 million there. So do with that information what you will. Giovanni said Jesus Christ returning before GTA 6 at 47%. I thought that there was some guy that had like a 100% win ratio that said Jesus was going to return, isn't there? Bitcoin dominance does look like it's flagging out, unfortunately. It got to bounce off that 60.5. Yeah, that's a flag. Shoot. Oh no. It turns out, guys, Ben Cowan is as smart as he looks. No, that's not meant to be a bald joke, but he is bald. All of his energy from his hair growth was diverted into his brain, which is what happens. That's also why I'm bald, because I'm also just as smart as Ben Cowan. Ethereum is down 3.77% on the day, currently trading at 32.95 and 5 cents. We got back below 33.66 again. Let's see if we get another reaction off this 31.75 random guy who never returned again call that we put on the chart. Otherwise, 3K possibly being tested if we turn bearish. Again, we're looking for a bullish reaction here. We do still have a higher low setup, which is exactly what we want to see. Now, I don't want to be that guy, and I hate being that guy, but every time I've seen a significant rebound, not every time, but like majority of the time, it's actually a lower low that we set off on right here. Look at this. Lower low. And then where else? Right here. Lower low. And then you rebound. I don't know why. And you could probably make the argument that this is a higher low or whatever, you know. Everything's subjective. But whenever we get these W kind of setups, especially if we're just considering it a W, more often than not, I've seen the right touch be a tad lower than the left. John said I bought today, so bear market confirmed. Sorry. Damn you, John. Damn you. You're supposed to call me. So yeah, we got Ethereum possibly heading towards 3K if we don't get a rebound here. The RSI looks good, though. We did get a bullish cross, and we are dancing around on top of it, possibly using it as support. We do have a red dot on our momentum wave, which is pointing to the downside, but we're rather extended to the downside, so it's a possibility that we get a rebound here. Time will tell. Solana is down 4.89%, currently trading at 154.43. Solana is right there. If the candle closes where it's at, then it will be a lower low already. We did get this like tweezer bottom, if that's what you want to call it. Nice green hammer candles, which sent the price from like 155 to 160, which is quite insignificant if we're being honest, but again, we'll look for that W, that lower low W, see if we get a reaction. Volume could be a little bit better. And also, we're heading into Friday. I don't know if that means we'll have more money because people are getting paid, or if that means that we'll have low liquidity because we're heading into the weekend. So, anything could really happen. Plus, the weekends have been weird this year with like random bullish announcements pumping the price, which normally doesn't happen. So, we'll keep an eye on it. We did get a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI, sending the price lower. And red dot in the momentum wave also signaling further downside for Solana. Waterfly said 2 effing likes. Yeah, guys, smash the like button. What's going on here? We got 5 people watching and 2 likes. Total 3 fractal. Looks like I would make the argument that that is an attempted recoupling. Jokes aside, it looks decent to me still. It really does. I don't know, what is this supposed to be, the daily or the weekly? It's a daily fractal. And it looks very, very freakishly similar to wherever the heck I took this from back here. I mean, come on. Just look at how similar this looks. This spike and then the dip and then the rip. This spike and then the dip and then the rip. It's the same exact thing. And that is exactly what we've copy pasted here. So, what did we get for that one? We got 1, 2 daily candles for that reversal. I guess we got 3 red and then 1 green. Right now we're on 2 red, 1 green. We're putting in a possible third right now. So then tomorrow, technically speaking, if I don't know if we're putting a ton of faith in this stupid fractal, then we might get a rebound. This is my bounce target. This 925 was my bounce target for infinite upside supercycle moon phase crystal chakra, or I'm sorry, crystal charging chakra aura. And also, yesterday was a full moon, which is bearish. And now that the full moon is gone, I haven't consulted my crystals yet, but we should get a rebound. I ran out of minutes for my psychic reading, so I gotta call him back and give him my credit card. Giovanni said, "I wish I had more cash to buy." Same. I've been really like locking in on work. It feels good. It does. It weirdly feels good. And my credit score's exploding to the upside, which is pretty sick. What if I said sell kidney, Giovanni? Waterfly's in the market for a kidney. That's actually not a good joke. That's kind of a sad joke, actually. I just realized. Jeez. ADA. ADA is down 3.1% on the day, currently trading at 52.85. Is ADA ever going to go up again? That is the ultimate question. No, I guess I do kind of like this lower trend line setup. We got 1, 2, 3, now 4 hits, and technically we're working on the 5th right now. That could be a little fake out to the downside, breakout, retest, confirmation, send it to the upside. That'd be pretty cool. What if I said ass? When I first started my job, there was this older woman that worked in the office with me. Her name is Joanne. She's freaking hilarious. I love her. She's so funny. My boss would call, and he would talk. Like, make sure you do this and do that and do this and call these people and write this down and type this up, and she would just do that every single day, and it drove us crazy because we have like to-do lists and stuff and whatever. So she's like, yep, and she gets on the, she's like finally finishing up, and she's like, okay, and she hangs up the phone and goes boop, and she goes ass, and I just started cracking up. It was so funny. Like, the best way to get off the phone, when you hang up, you just say ass, and I freaking died, dude. It was pretty good. Giovanni said, only if you buy at market though. What, ass or kidney? So ADA, potential support here. If not, again, I mentioned touching 50. Unfortunately, I have a retrace pattern target here from who knows when of 42 cents. So I hope that becomes irrelevant and I look like an idiot. Otherwise, if it does hit, I'll look like a genius, but I'll look like a sad genius. But we'll see what happens. SNEK is down 4.44%, struggling to keep that 20 level, or 0.002 level. We call this, after we set it for we broke 3, we were going to 2. We hit, we broke, retested, confirmed resistance twice, technically, with that wick. Broke below 2. We're kind of dancing around it right now. So hopefully that's a little fake out. We can get above it and continue to the upside, get some relief here. RSI looks decent, green dot on the momentum wave. There's potential. XRP is down 5.84% on the day, currently trading at 220 and 64 tenths of a cent. I suppose my bounce target from October for that bearish bounce target was 210. So far, that looks pretty good. But again, we're very, very close to setting that lower low setup. Maybe 210 is going to be where we actually bounce, and that is our lower low for the W. Only time will tell. Volume looks decent. RSI crossed bearish over the moving average, signaling some downside. We got a red dot in the momentum wave, also signaling further downside. Green dot on market cipher from Tuesday, still in play. I don't know if it invalidates once the price crosses below. Waterfly said, John, you do your thing yet for FF fantasy football? For some reason, I legit thought that he was talking about Final Fantasy. My brain went straight to Final Fantasy. Guys, feel free to shill whatever coins you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue going through the watch list. HBAR, ETF HBAR. Honestly, doesn't look as bad as I would have expected. I don't mind it. We got this little falling wedge situation. It broke bullish. Is this a retest? Maybe, actually. Let's extend this. Maybe not. Nope, I made that up. It's not a retest. Franco said, so I went to a place called Armada, Michigan today. Now I know why you drive the speed limit. Greater Detroit is the worst, craziest drivers in America by far, worse than Cali, New York City, anywhere. Franco, you should have called me. I legit work like I probably could have been there in like 10 minutes. We could have had a beer, dude. That's crazy. I think my uncle lives in Armada. I will say their softball team sucks ass. My fiance played softball, and she would always destroy them. So they're very snotty too. The people that go to school there. But yeah, I'm very familiar with Armada. That's hilarious that you were down there. How'd you like it? It's quiet. Quiet town. Quiet little place. It's cute. It's chi equals Chicago, dumbass. Nobody knows chi. Someone's like, hey man, you wanna what do you how do you even you wanna meet up in chi and grab a za? Nobody says that. Ando, thank you, Manny Vera. Manny Vera's out here shilling like a saint. Okay, Ando is down 3.75%. I was at Blake's Cider delivering hard cider. No shit, dude. Blake's is everywhere. I was gonna say something about Blake's. That's crazy. I believe the Armada one is the big one, but there's a couple around where I work as well. They're all over the place, dude. Their hard cider's good too. Their donuts, dude. You go apple picking there. For some reason, Michigan is like overabundant amount of I don't remember even what they're called anymore. Freaking. I don't remember the word. Cider mill? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called, right? Orchard? Maybe it's an orchard. Yeah, that's what it's called. Overabundance of orchards. Apple orchards. So, anyways, we're getting distracted. Ando. Ando does look like it's putting in a higher low, which is great. We got this 58.86 point of confluence based on previous volume and price action, and it seems to be holding up really nicely. Oddly enough, we got a very similar situation right here. The higher low, bounce off of that, and then maybe even you get a little pullback recovery. WM, the waste management fractal, which inevitably results in further upside. That's actually pretty cool. We'll see if that plays out. I'm not going to leave this on here, but that's the idea. You get your little initial pump. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to just delete these. You get your little W. Gosh, Trading View's a mess today. Your little W, initial pump, rejection, and then you come back down however far, and then it finally goes up from there. This shakes out probably the most amount of people. Honestly, the WMMW setup is probably the most lucrative for the market maker, because everyone and their brother, right? You get that second hit, especially if you do the lower low. You get that second hit right down here. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's going to zero, short it. It just broke down below that horizontal support, and then it goes up. And then they're like, oh my gosh, open a long, and then it rejects. They're like, short, long, and then it goes down, and then they're like, short. Just go all in on short. Let's refinance the house, and then bam, they're homeless. Not financial advice. Index said, stop giving me hope. Hope is a dangerous thing. I don't remember the quotes. Somehow Palpatine survived. Sorry. I've been thinking about that all day. They have Palpatine on the Coke can or something. Or maybe I just have an old Coke can in my kitchen or something. I saw him. I was like, why is that there? And I was like, somehow Palpatine survived. Nobody even knows what I'm talking about. Okay. So with Ando, you want to get obviously your support here at this 58.86. You also want to probably get above 60 would be ideal. But an eventual break above 67.31 or even a test would be the best case scenario. If you do close below 58.86, I'm not going to call it free fall, but there's no points of confluence down there, so we're going to have to rechart. Ando has been disappointing, I agree. Guys, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Let me change to the 1 minute time frame and transition to our game mode, courtesy of Mr. Index in the chat. Everybody make sure you send him naked pictures of yourself, unsolicited. Very cool. Thank you very much, Mr. Index. We got 12 people watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. You got 20 seconds remaining until you can begin guessing for the daily close contest. Chance for you to win up to $300 every single day. It's a ton of fun. If you don't know the rules, ask in the chat. Oh know. Have I had background music on this whole time? All right, get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. While you do that, and while the music's playing so you guys can enjoy the music and stuff, I'm gonna go grab my chai latte. I will be right back. Uno momento. Por favor. I return. All right, we got quite a few people. John said muted. Did he just mute himself? Did I? I walked away. Nobody pays attention, man. All right, let's get these bad boys up on the board. What's the board again? I forgot. I'm clicking the wrong buttons, man. I'm taking a screenshot now. My bad. Okay. We've got Tom Selleck Scout with 101,250. We've got Franco with 101,270. John said, LOL, this cycle is giving birth to an F-ton of Bitcoin maxis. That is true. Oh, Giovanni and John both retracted messages. Interesting. What happened? Manny Vera. Was John embarrassed because I didn't mute myself? 101,100. Giovanni Fontes, 101,260 cents. Or is that? Okay, it's CEN. I thought it said CAN. I was like, Canadian. I don't know how to convert that. Bitcoin, 101. Ooh, 303 and 13 cents. Guys, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Chance for you to win up to $300 for the grand prize. Price is Right rules. If you guess goes over, it's void. If you guess the first 6 digits, you win 20 bucks. If you guess all 8, which includes the change, you win $300. Courtesy of Mr. Tyler, our first place holder at the moment, and Mr. Roberts, one of our 2 fourth place holders at the moment. They decided to match the prize. The original prize is 100 bucks, and they decided it was 300. So thank them, and also thank Index for the cool interface for the daily close contest. Waterfly coming in with 101,326. Oh yeah, I gotta say, I was not expecting a little retrace today. I wasn't really expecting anything crazy, but to retrace basically the entire move from yesterday, it's kind of diabolical. It's like a weird complacency too, because like you get the dump, you freak out, it gets the little rebound, you're like, okay, there's hope, or at least some relief, and then it dumps right back to where I was when you were freaking out, but you feel better about it now. I don't know if it's like recency bias or something. Like your brain is like, okay, I mean, who cares at this point? It's over. It's done. I don't know. Guys, like I said, chance for you to win up to $300. Bitcoin currently trading at 101,352 and 53 cents. You guys got, what do you got? Less than 1 minute remaining to get your guesses in. 53 seconds to be exact. Now there is a delay between the video and what you guys actually see, like what I'm saying and what you guys see. So it is up to you entirely to atomic clock the time. If I say time's up in the chat and you guess afterwards, because you didn't see me say time's up in the video yet, that's not my problem. You got to go off of real time. I don't know. I can make up some pretentious stupid word for it, but it's just time. Waterfly said, watch out, Sirius XRP FOMO FUD. What's a FOMO FUD? Is that because they partnered with MasterCard or whatever? Manny Vera said this weekend will be Dump City. Praying it don't, but not looking good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating. Let's get these bad boys up on the board. I don't know if we're going to dump on the weekend just because it's the weekend. I think all the liquidity is on, like, Wall Street time. We got 101, 326 from Mr. Waterfly. Cashrook said, what's up, brother? Hope all is good. All is good, my friend. What is up with you? Hope all is good with you as well. Make sure you guys wish Waterfly happy birthday. His birthday was the other day. He just turned 27. 101, 270. And then we got a 101, 250 from Tom Selleck's Goat. And then we've got Giovanni Fontes, the sexiest name in the chat. No offense to anybody else. 101, 200, 101. I don't know what I'm typing. And 60 cents. And then last but not least, we've got 101, 100 from Manny Vera. So I had to call Caterpillar today to ask a question, and I got sent to like one of the field technicians or whatever, and it's like, hey, this is so and so, leave a message, blah blah blah, and I recognized first and last name, and it's a very unique name. I'm almost positive I went to school with this kid. First time that's happened to me in my entire life. I was like, whoa. I didn't say anything in the voicemail because that would have been weird. Like, hey man, oh my gosh, I think we went to school. They would have been like, who cares? Why are you calling me? All right, we got our competitors. Waterfly is currently holding the lead. Bitcoin 101, 361 and 27 cents. Oh, just like that, Franco takes the lead. Is this going to be an interesting daily close? I think it might. What are we going to be? All right, what do you guys think? Are we closing green or red on the 1 minute time frame? All right, I got a poll in the chat. Let me know what you guys think, green or red on the 1 minute time frame. Just for the daily close specifically. So we got like this candle and 2 more. Look at that, just like that. Again, Waterfly is in the lead with 101, 349 and 38 cents. Franco said happy 67th Waterfly. Cash Oak said we've been trading WLD. OpenAI will pump it soon. I feel LOL. Franco said happy 67th Waterfly. I read that again. WLD does feel like ChatGPT has bots that come for me though, so you gotta take profit when it gives. Interesting. Waterfly said 67. I wish. All right, guys. 101, 366 and 35 cents. Waterfly still holding the lead. Franco close behind. Waterfly has the biggest gap of them all. We've got 2 minutes remaining on the clock. What is it going to be? 50% of you say green, 50% of you say red. Not this candle, but the next one. What color do you guys think the next candle is going to close at? Red or green? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, what's up, all? What's going on, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn? How you doing, my friend? 101, 338 and 34 cents. Miss DC, UGG. How's New York since the detrimental vote that took place, I guess? Everyone's freaking out about it. I'm like, who cares? Since when does that ever make a difference? But again, you know, I'm not a politician. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, Franco takes the lead once again, stealing from your elders. How does it feel, Franco? Do you feel good about yourself? He just celebrated his birthday. Let the man have a win. Franco coming in with 101, 270. Ooh, it's very close. Is Waterfly going to win $300? Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. We got 57% of you guys are voting for a green candle, which would make Waterfly the winner. So 57% of you technically think Waterfly is going to win right now. We are at 101, 326 for Waterfly's gas, and the actual Bitcoin price at the moment is 101, 330 and 27 cents. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Tyler said, F, I missed it. This time is effing horrible. I agree. I agree, Tyler. I actually wholeheartedly agree. Waterfly, 101, 326. 29 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin 101, 328 and 60 cents. Gosh, it's freakishly close to his price. I don't want to have to pay him $300, but if he wins, I will. Unfortunately, that would cost me $300. That's not stealing by Franco. It absolutely is. Franco is an elder thief. We got 8 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's turn it green. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Waterfly, on your victory. Bitcoin daily close price 101.346.04, 101.346.04, 101.346.04. Congratulations, Waterfly, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Very cool. And it was green. So 57% of you guys were right. Maybe we should do that more often. And we can actually, like, trade that way. That'd be kind of cool. Franco said it feels good, man, like eating microwave ribs. What does? Winning? Waterfly 101. 326 even. Alright. Let's clear the board. Congratulations, Waterfly, on your victory. Closest without going over. Waterfly wins bragging rights and a lovely image. Let me zoom out to the 4-hour time frame. Here we go. We got these nice wicks as well. I want to point that out really quick, indicative of some buying pressure. Let me clear the board here. Board is cleared. Waterfly won. Yay! Very cool. Alright. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Let me add Waterfly to the winner's Google Doc as well. Waterfly is not Canadian. We have established this in the channel lore. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 101.326 even and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 101.346 and 4 cents on November 6th, 2025. Mr. Waterfly's prize is... Oh God, I missed it. Chicken shawarma. Congratulations, Waterfly, once again on your victory. Feel free to unwrap this bad boy, give a little bit of the innards to your fellow competitors, wrap it back up, and eat the rest for yourself. You can cut it up. You can kind of roll it into a ball and throw it at somebody's head. You can just share it simply, like bite for bite, with your friends, your family, your peers, again, your fellow competitors. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. I could go for some chicken shawarma. That sounds delicious. Okay, thank you, Franco. I have goldfish memory. Stealing from elderly feels like microwave ribs. Yes, my bad. Well, thank you for specifying. Again, 57% of you guys were right. We did close the daily 1-minute candle green. Very cool. Cheers, guys. No mayo on that, right? I don't think so. Let me look it up. I know they have some kind of a sauce on it, though. What is the sauce called on shawarma? It says smegma. I'm just kidding. It is tahini sauce made from sesame paste or toum, a pungent garlic sauce. So it's like a garlic jizz that they just squirt right on there. It's delicious. It's really good. Have you ever had shawarma? If you have not had shawarma, I highly recommend. It is quite tasty. Honestly, Franco probably knows the best shawarma place. He's from New York. Same with the Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. You guys probably got some killer shawarma joints. The one that the Avengers went to. Is that a real? That would be funny if that was a real place. Just a random mom and pop shop. Anyways, if you guys got any other assets you want to specify, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go straight to silver. Garlic jizz, okay. Yeah, it is actually, the bottle actually says garlic jizz. They ejaculate the garlic clove directly onto the shawarma. It's quite disgusting. Like PETA got involved. It was a whole thing. Not to be confused with the PETA that it's wrapped in. The animal rights thing. But it was plants instead of animals. It's plants everywhere that, I don't know, associate. That's what PETA stands for. Okay. Silver 48.15. It does look like it's getting a little higher low bounce. It kind of also looks like it's consolidating though. Like we got kind of a upper trend line, lower trend line situation going here. Are we gonna break up or down? See, we also kind of got the inverse head and shoulder thing going on too though. and it's getting a little janky, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. It does look like it rejected. That has me a little frightened. I don't know, we'll see. Ergo said, yeah, Tony Stark loves shawarma. That is true. Alright, so I guess the only positive here on the 4 hours, we got a break above the moving average on the RSI, which resulted in a bounce after it retested, which is good. See if that continues. We do have our confirmed green dot on market cipher kind of at the Pico low right here. And currently we got a red dot playing out from back here. So we'll see if that turns green soon. Otherwise, just keep an eye on it. Gold, on the other hand. Gold. I cannot say gold without thinking of gold member. So good. I love gold. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, haha, guys, is amazing. They started as a food cart, then went brick and mortar, bunch of locations now if you ever come visit. Ooh, I gotta check that out then. That sounds amazing. So we had our initial MW theory, which seems to have not played out. We got this overhead resistance, which actually exciting news here. It does look like it broke above, retested, turned green. Very, very, very like micro versus macro. We got a break, retest, confirmation with a wick to the downside as well, indicative of some buy pressure below this level, which is awesome. This green candle is very exciting. Can we get a continuation on gold? I don't want to be a little overly bullish at the moment, but it looks good right now for gold. It actually looks good for our crypto as well. Not financial advice. But the color right here is green at the moment. Which everyone knows means never go up. Which everyone knows means buy. You throw your entire life savings into the green candles. Only if they're red, you don't buy them at all. Not financial advice. Or is it the opposite? DXY 99697. Hopefully a rejection. But where? I guess previous rejection right here. Same level. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That's at extra. You know what? I'm going to call it a little fake out above 100. Because that's what it looks like. A little fake out above 100. Can we continue to break down here? Because I believe, I could be wrong. My brain is correlating things. It does seem like the DXY is one of the many culprits pushing crypto down at the moment. Tom Salk Scout said, a schmuck and a pancake, a cigar and a waffle, a bong and a blitz, flapjack and a cigarette. That's such a good movie. Well then, there is no pleasing you. Austin Powers Faja. Strategy. Jeez, man. I don't know. I feel like strategy is doomed at this point. And again, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. That's why I don't like to say these things out loud, because if you are a believer, when it's down bad like this is when you want to buy. You don't want to buy it when it's pumped up like crazy. That's the stupid thing. But my brain sees it continuously going down and thinks, well, why wouldn't they just buy Bitcoin? And then I'm like, well, they do. And then Bitcoin outperforms. The issue with that is eventually Bitcoin is going to lift strategy, because strategy owns a ridiculous amount of Bitcoin. So if I believe Bitcoin's going to do good, I technically by default, by association, believe strategy is probably also going to do good. So it's hard for me to say it looks like crap, but it does look like crap. Not going to lie. Losing 300 was a big deal. Losing 250 was a big deal. We're just kind of continuing down. Is it going to rebound soon? We do got 3 hits to the downside in oversold territory on the 4-hour RSI, so who knows? What's the daily look like for strategy? I'm interested. It's pretty close. See, it looks like it's struggled to get above the moving average in the RSI. This looks like it coiled up and broke up. Very cool. Same with this. Coil, break. Right now, we're not coiling at all. We're just suffering. It is underneath the moving average. You cannot get above it at all this entire time. Second it breaks above, it gets shot down. So hopefully we get a break and we can get a little bit of relief, at least like this. Until then, I don't know, we're going to watch it continue. It is hitting this hopeful support at this 240 level that it's bounced off of 1, 2, 3 times so far. Billy said, the haha guys, that's my new username. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, LOL, damn autocorrect. Oh, that's not the name? That's upsetting. Halal guys, haha guys sounded so much more fun. Gourmet, you really saw Jeff Ross in the city? Oh, wait a minute. You actually saw Jeff Ross? I saw Jeff Ross. It was freaking amazing. I took my fiance to see him just before the roast of Justin Bieber. He told some of his jokes for that. It was so good. We saw him at the Andiamo Celebrity Showroom. Where did you say that? Because that's sick. I saw Franco say Jeff Ross. Or maybe I heard him say Ross. LOL Ross. New York is such a shithole. Tons of homeless and drugs everywhere. I did see Jeff Ross today. He had a massive German Shepherd. That's awesome. Like, you just saw him out and about. I actually saw him at a show. He said the pasta was really good. I'm not a fan of Andiamo, so guess I don't know if that's a cardinal sin for me to say that as an Italian man, but it kind of tastes like doo-doo. Not good Italian food, in my opinion. Billy said, where in the city? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, yeah, man. Oh, on 13th Street, sitting outside of this rest called Via 13, with his shiny bald head and huge dog. Billy said, JJ, I don't think we'll rebound until the government reopens and we get a December rate cut. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, every day different celebrities. That's awesome. Billy said, who else did you see? Did you guys know that John Cena follows me on Twitter? Oh, Tyler said, what's up, Philly? Tyler returned after the Daily Close contest? What? I'm just kidding. I love you, Tyler. Cheers, guys. All right, NASDAQ. I don't know. I don't want to say it looks the same as it did yesterday, but it kind of looks the same. Is this... We do have, like, routine dips. I don't know if you can call them bear markets. I think technically they are. This is probably a bear market. That's definitely a bear market. I don't know if that was considered a bear market. That's... I don't know. But I'm hoping it's not one of these, because this takes so forever to play out and everything else suffers like greatly. I don't know. We will see. Time will tell. That's on the daily. There we go. That looks much better. So yeah, we'll see. We kind of bartered that entire rebound. S&P really didn't look good to begin with, so it is what it is. Rest in peace, Fractal. Press F to pay respects. Bitcoin dominance 60.51. Can we lose 60.5 again? That would be exciting if we did. We'll see. It does look like we're getting a rejection of the moving average in the RSI, which is hopeful. Bitcoin itself, 101, 383, and 68 cents. Congratulations, Waterfly, once again on your victory. Enjoy your chicken shawarma from the Haha guys, not the Halal guys. The Haha guys are the Halal guys' direct competitor, and they're picking up a lot of steam. All right, we got some news articles, guys. Oh, I was cracking up, dude. Did you guys see the thumbnail? Literally everyone today is like, Bitcoin something melt up, and I'm like, what? Look at this. Bitcoin melt up gains momentum as pressure builds. Ray Dalio sounds alarmed. Crypto melt up phase. So I also put melt up in my title to take advantage of whatever algorithmic thing they're hitting on. I thought it was kind of funny. Billy said, JJ, have you been using the 1-900 psychic phone network? Of course I have. I mentioned that earlier. That's how I get all of my fractals for JJ's Crypto Corner. That'd be, how hilarious would that be if I had an actual affiliate link for a call-in psychic? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said Alec Baldwin lives around the corner from the office. Chris North, maybe Nolan, from Sex and the City. Oh, Chris Noth. Sean Gillis goes to the celebrity trainer around the corner. Omar from Scarface. Goose from Top Gun. That's awesome. I heard David Harbour has a loft there. I also just recently found out apparently some woman jumped off of the building from his balcony back in like 2005 or 2015 or something. I was like, whoa, that's dark. It was kind of messed up. Allegedly, he's a bully, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, news articles. Yep, that's the right one. We've got Crypto Czar David Sachs says there is great progress on crypto market structure legislation. Very cool. Seth Meyers' kids go to school across the street from the office. Stevie Van Zandt lives in the area, and many more. Stevie Van Zandt? What? Little Stevie? That's freaking awesome. Franco might like that one. That's Sergio. What's his freaking name? Silvio Dante. That's Sergio Flores. That's sexy sex man, Sergio Flores. Right here. I got Stevie Van Zandt right here in a little Funko Pop. Hold on. Hey! Very cool. Not the name drop or anything. Billy said Goose. That's Anthony Edwards from the movie Gotcha. All right, we're getting distracted, guys. They're really dancing around this crypto market structural legislation thing. I wanted to touch on that really quick because every time the market gets a little like shaky, they're like, "Hey, the crypto market structure thing, it's gonna any day now. It looks really good," and nothing happens. Nobody cares. It's like some weird cop out thing for them to say or do when there's actually nothing going on. I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's weird. We got White House official Greer says that the U.S. has many levers to use with China, but wants stability. So very, very cool. Tom Scott said, oh yeah, I read that already. Franco said, still, did you watch the Stevie Van Zandt documentary on HBO? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Good stuff. Michael Imperioli also lives in New York, I believe. His wife and him are like super into Broadway. JP Morgan says Bitcoin could reach $170,000 over the next 6 to 12 months. Thank you, JP Morgan. Robinhood is considering buying Bitcoin for its balance sheet. I wish they'd change that. Like, it looks like reflective vest yellow. $7 trillion Charles Schwab says they are having a ton of success in the crypto space. I don't know how, but okay. Are they ETF people as well? They buy Forge Global. Neat. Okay, very cool. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says it's better to play in stablecoins than miss the opportunity. Google partners with crypto prediction platform Polymarket to integrate directly into search. That was huge news. I think this is crazy. Federal Reserve Governor Stephen Moran says he expects another rate cut in December. People are starting to really dance around the idea of a 50 basis point rate cut in December, just because economic data looks pretty bleak right now. President Trump says he has a backup plan if Supreme Court rules against his tariffs. We did consult Grok on that. Apparently, if tariffs get outlawed and undone, the market should rally. The numbers Grok gave were very, very dismal. But that idea is out there, I suppose. Fed Governor Christopher Waller says crypto stablecoins introduce competition in payments. Very cool. Grand Theft Auto 6 delayed to November 19th, 2026. Take-Two Interactive falls 11% after hours. Dang. I'm very excited to play Grand Theft Auto 6. I might, I don't know, I don't know if I own Grand Theft Auto 5. I might just start playing that on the channel just for fun. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says trading hours in markets that close are outdated. Tokenized assets will be better for everyone with instant settlement and 24/7 availability. Thank you, Lex Luthor. Tesla shareholders approve. This one's crazy news. Tesla shareholders approve Elon Musk's $1 trillion pay package. Papa Elon has been paid, ladies and gentlemen. It has been confirmed. This might be like his first check. Because I'm pretty sure like everything that he's ever received has been just like stocks and equity and stuff. Like his entire net worth is like on paper. Marty Party posted Binance USDT balance since October 10th up to $45 billion now. Very cool. Franco said this channel deserves more subs, man. Thank you for that, Franco. That means a lot to me. We've been doing pretty good. We crossed 1,000. We hit like that 240 came pretty quick. So if you guys could share the channel, would love to hit 2,000 subs before the end of the year. That'd be pretty cool. Crypto all around though, content wise, is doing pretty bad. Like, I've read a post. Was it from? I think it was from Linda. Let me see if I can find it. Apparently, every single crypto YouTube channel is down like 90% when it comes to views, which blew my mind. Right here, got it. When you zoom out, look at the crypto markets as a whole. So this is a good metric to like measure retail. When you zoom out and look at the crypto market as a whole, even the biggest crypto YouTubers like Coin Bureau or Altcoin Daily still pulled hundreds of thousands of views even during the bottom of the bear market in 2023. Fast forward to today, their channels now sit at the low 10,000 view mark. That's a 10x drop in engagement. Overall, crypto interest has dropped dramatically, even on cross-chain macro news. What makes me rich quick content, which is still the most highly sought after content to this date. After one day, okay, this chick's video after one day, 1,300 views, which isn't terrible, because considering the niche. Basically, 2 years ago, 162,000, 398,000, 450,000, and then today, 7.8 thousand, 31K, 24K, 37K. That's a big, big difference. That is a huge difference. Bitcoin 101, 60 and 70 cents. All right, more news. Let me check the chat really quick. Philly said, Franco, I take it all back. You are a take profits king. Tom Soxgoat said, my guy Elon's new pay package is all stock. JJ Math? Oh, okay. I just assumed he was going to get a big fat check. A $1 trillion check. So they just buy the stock and give it to him? Can he just dump it? That's kind of funny. That's like small projects doing giveaways in their token, and then the people sell it immediately. And then they're like, oh, the price dumped after the giveaway. Yeah, you think? Joe Blow that you gave the prize to is actually a scammer. And the thing that they use to win the contest is all AI. Gourmet Browns of Brooklyn said one more good one. Saw Theo Von a few weeks ago when he did the comedy special walking around talking to himself. He seems like a guy that would talk to himself. Theo Von is one of the more interesting people in comedy, in my opinion. I'm kind of upset with all the comedians that like went to the Saudi thing, because a good chunk of them are very outspoken and like activists, like Bill Burr. He usually just talks crap about everybody. And I don't know. What's his stupid name? The guy that dated Pete Davidson. Hate that guy. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. It's political, but those people will show their true colors. Franco said he gives us contests, he gives us news, he gives us shawarma. What the F do people want? Tyler said, oh no, is JJ Mappin? Gourmet, you seem to be in the best spot, according to Philly. Yeah, that does sound like a good spot. Thanks, saying Theo Von is a comedian as well. Have you watched his podcast? I think he's freaking hilarious. It might be accidental comedy, because he does seem quite airheaded at times, but Philly said Bill Burr is a fucking dick now. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy his comedy, but they say don't meet your heroes. I feel like one of the few comedians, Jeff Ross, would love to meet him. I think he's probably the funniest dude in the world. Dave Chappelle. I don't know if I would want to meet him. I think I'm kind of scared of Dave Chappelle, but he is hilarious. Greg Giraldo, I think, is probably, or was probably, one of the coolest people in real life. You know what one really threw me off? I thought it was weird. He was just a weird guy. Bob Saget. I think Bob Saget was weirdo. Binance, yep, we read that already. U.S. credit card debt reaches an all-time high of $1.23 trillion. That's crazy. How much credit card debt do you guys have? JP Morgan turns bullish on Bitcoin, calling $170,000 within 6 to 12 months. Thank you, JP Morgan. October stats. Bitcoin closed October red for the first time in 7 years. It is also the first time after, what was it, a green September? Let me look at Bitcoin monthly returns. We have never had a red October after a green September, I think. Don't quote me on that. Hold on. September green, 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 green. Yeah, after a green September, we have always had green October. This time is the first time in history, after a green September, we got a red October. That's crazy. As of right now, Bitcoin is down 7.62% in November. Last time this happened was 2018. October, November, red, red. If it turns green, I guess we would go to 2014. If you start measuring metrics like this, it gets all over the place. Franco said Theo Von with Bobby Lee. Dude, I've been watching Bad Friends nonstop. They're freaking hilarious. I watched Andros Santino. I don't know his last name. The redhead dude. I watched his special on Hulu. That was also hilarious. Bobby Lee is like... I think Bobby Lee is severely underrated. Not enough people know about him. Owen Wilson riding his bike. staring up at the buildings. He looked high. Wow. Owen Wilson also another gem. Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller used to make some great movies together, dude. Okay, news. More than 45 billion liquidated in crypto positions. Investors lost 10 billion in DATs. 100 million lost in crypto exploits. Crypto market lost $1 trillion, down 25% from record high. MicroStrategy down 32%. Circle down 30%. Coin down 20%. Galaxy down 27%. DATS BMNR down 40%. SBET down 40%. Ford down 60%. What is Sol? I don't understand. ETF flows, Bitcoin plus 0.2 billion, ETH minus 0.5 billion. Almost all DATs MNAV dropped below 1. MicroStrategy MNAV dropped to almost 1. Bitcoin down 19%, ETH down 29%, Sol down 33%, XRP down 27%, BNB down 29%. Most October U.S. layoffs since 2003. Wow. Longest U.S. government shutdown, S&P 500 plus 0.7%, gold plus 1.7%, dollar index plus 1.7%, Nvidia plus 6%, and Google plus 16%, Meta minus 10%. Macro bottom is in, according to Marty Party, who I believe was a DJ before he was a crypto guy. Tom Selleck's goat said Bobby Lee's skit about being molested by a guy with Down syndrome is hilarious. Dude, Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino, Theo Von, they're all like quietly bringing back like early 2000s comedy, and I'm so happy about it. I really am, because there was a good chunk of time, a good decade in between early 2000s and today, where you couldn't say certain words because they were mean and rude and whatever, because like your neighbor might be offended or some stupid crap. Like, why do I give a crap? I don't know, but they're bringing it back. It's freaking hilarious. The Theo Von Bobby Lee skit, like at the podcast where he's like, "You be my dad," and Theo Von goes, Bobby." It's so stupid. Oh man. Philly said I saw the comedian Jim Jeffries once. I saw twice. Philly said twice. I saw JB Smoove once. That one was great. From Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's also a very, very big part on the radio in Grand Theft Auto 5. Hilarious. He was one of the funnier comedians that I saw in person, which is crazy because no one knows who he is. I'm Bobby Mom. Gourmet Brands, we're going to the Australian guy. He's funny. I think he has a new special coming out. Billy said, JJ, are AI stocks basically done now? I don't know, actually. We'd have to look up a list of AI stocks. We'll ask Grok after this. Don't let me forget, Philly. I want to get through these news segments, though, so that I don't get too distracted. Alternative data shows extreme labor market weakness. Link Up estimates show the U.S. economy lost 5,000 jobs in October, the second negative monthly reading since January 2021. So the Fed data is not getting published, but it is what it is. Franco said Saget is weird AF. Of course he is. His name is Saget. Was Franco. Rest in peace. Unless you were a predator, then good riddance. But nothing is confirmed. He did have some very, very odd jokes that were incredibly problematic, in my opinion, about like his co-stars on Full House that were underage for a very good portion of his career. Kind of creepy. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang. We talked about this yesterday when so there was a quote from Jensen Huang saying that China was gonna like whoop America's ass when it comes to AI. I guarantee Trump called him and was like, "What the hell, man?" I literally said this on stream yesterday. And look at this, we get an official statement release. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang releases a statement, and he says, allegedly, now this is suddenly his point of view, as I've long said, China is nanoseconds behind America in AI. It's vital that America wins by racing ahead and winning developers worldwide. He wasn't saying that yesterday. Gourmet Brands Bergen said JB was hilarious in Curb. Dude, his stand-up is so good. It's so good. I don't remember if there was like too much, I would call it adult comedy. A lot of comedians, in my opinion, lean a little too heavy into like the sex jokes and stuff like that, which I do think that there's a good balance of jokes in every set, including sex jokes. But when it's like once it reaches like 33% of your jokes, it's like, and then when it gets higher than that, like 40 or 50, you're like, ew. Like, do you have problems in the bedroom? Is everything okay? JB Smoove is his jokes were so perfectly balanced. I don't even remember if he had sex jokes, but if he did, it wasn't significant to the point where I was like, this is too much. It's just stupid at this point. It was so freaking funny. And I believe the day before, actually, Bob Saget was there. One of the security guys told me. He was like, this guy's funny as hell. He's like, you should have seen yesterday. Bob Saget was here. He wasn't as funny as this guy. U.S. employers announced 153,074 job cuts in October, marking a 175% surge and the highest for any October since 2003, per Challenger Gray. Employers cite cost cutting and AI as the primary drivers of these cuts. We need more rate cuts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is only the beginning, unfortunately. I do think, and I could be wrong, either the government is either going to have to step in and start giving people money for not having jobs, like a universal basic income kind of situation, or the government is going to have to step in and tell companies, listen, if you're going to use AI to replace a good chunk of your employees, you are going to be legally required to like retain like 65 or 70% of those employees elsewhere. Something like that. There's going to be some kind of something in place to prevent AI from just taking over everything and only like 10% of the planet having jobs, because that doesn't make sense. That's just my estimate, though. I'm totally guessing. U.S. household debt surged 197 billion in Q3 2025 to a record 18.59 trillion. This puts total household debt up 642 billion over the last 12 months. The surge was driven by mortgage debt, which rose 137 billion to a record 13.07 trillion. Credit card debt climbed 24 billion to 1.23 trillion, an all-time high. Student loans jumped 15 billion to 1.65 trillion, also a record. Auto loans remained flat at 1.66 trillion but rose plus 11 billion year over year. Americans are piling on debt at a rapid pace. Dang, should I get debt? Should I get some debt? Great news, guys. Phenomenal, fantastic, amazing news for the entire planet, for the entire galaxy. Nancy Pelosi has announced that she will retire from Congress at the end of her current term. Hallelujah. Praise all of the gods of every single possible religion. They've done it, guys. We've done it. We survived. Kobayashi letter posted. Nancy Pelosi is one of the most profitable traders in the history of Congress. Since 2014, Nancy Pelosi's portfolio has returned nearly 750%, more than tripling the S&P 500. In 2024, Pelosi returned 54%, outperforming more than 90% of hedge funds. Truly one of one. Hopefully when she retires, there's an investigation and maybe some answers, because I'm not a fan. I gotta say, I'm not a fan. The U.S. now has one record $18.6 trillion in household debt, record $13.1 trillion in mortgages, record $1.7 trillion in auto loans, record $1.7 trillion in student loans, record $1.2 trillion in credit card debt. Total household debt is now up 60% over the last 10 years, and total credit card debt is up 50% since 2020. Meanwhile, delinquency rates on subprime auto borrowers are at a record 6.1%. Americans are drowning in debt. Ladies and gentlemen, if your car is at risk of being repossessed, please call me. I'm in need of a car. My van is about to be salvaged, or I guess it's about to have a salvage title. And then I have to figure out how to get it rebuilt, which is stupid because it has a dent in the tailgate. That is the only issue, but insurance companies. Billy said AI could easily replace all McDonald's employees. I think it already is. Tom Selleck said horrible news as copying her stock trades was goated. Billy Driver said Pelosi is leaving. Yay. Gourmet Brands Broken said, I agree with you on the AI job cap, but I think companies will circumvent it by masking the layoffs with another excuse. Oh yeah, there's always going to be like weird prohibition workaround situations, and it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. I feel like we're going to, in like 5 to 10 years, there's going to be like this weird niche market where people like hire companies that have no AI, and that's going to be like the appeal of them, like fully manned lawn mowing business or whatever, you know. That's going to be like a selling point. Like, we have 0 AI employees. People are going to be like, oh, I want to hire them. You know what I mean? It has, if anyone has ever played or watched, you can watch it too. Detroit Become Human. I think we're heading there. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said she's third richest in Senate. Crazy. Who's first and second? That's crazy. Does Bernie know this? How's that not an oligarchy? Employment at U.S. small businesses is falling. U.S. small businesses shed 10,000 jobs in October, according to the ADP employment report. This marks the fifth monthly decline over the last 6 months. As a result, the 3-month average of job losses fell to minus 29,333, the highest since the 2020 pandemic. The 3-month average has been in a firm downtrend since November 2024. Small businesses are cutting jobs at a crisis pace. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn is shy of 300 million. Jeez, that's crazy. Nvidia has now lost $450 billion in market cap since Monday in its steepest 3-day decline since January 2025. That's crazy too. President Trump says he has a plan B if the Supreme Court rules against him in the tariff legality case. Trump also says that he will not be discussing the plan. Tom Silkscoat said, yeah, F the clankers. That's such a good game. I might have to play that. I think I do own it. Breaking, the FAA Jesus, what a list. Officially announces flight cuts at 40 major airports due to the ongoing government shutdown. Full list of impacted airports. If your airport's here, then you're welcome for showing you the list, I guess. I'm gonna pause here for a moment. Moment of silence for everybody's flights. I do see JFK. I see Detroit, Dallas, Fort Worth, Baltimore, Boston, Atlanta, Anchorage. Basically every major city in the United States of America. There's 40 of them. There's 50 states. So maybe there might be some states with no problems, which would be really funny. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said layoffs next year will be crazy. People are ignorant. It's like cows waiting to get slaughtered. I mean, what can they do, though? Like, legit. What can anybody do to stop this from happening? There's going to be a really weird, probably painful transitionary phase. Guys, there's been like 3 shootings locally, like within like a 5-minute drive of where I live, just this past week. I drove past 2 of them. Maybe while they were happening. I have no clue. I just saw police and like crime scene tape. It was crazy. I was like, oh shoot, what's going on over there? Philly said, I'm definitely looking up Detroit Become Human. Okay, Philly, look it up on YouTube and just watch a full playthrough. It's a game. It's like a story-driven game. So good. You can find one without commentary if you don't want to deal with the people being like, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, with the controller in the corner. There's ones without commentary and without players and stuff. Elon Musk's Tesla pay package has officially been approved. Look at Daddy Elon. He's so happy. God, he did not age well, did he? This is the only like FUD, I guess, news today. It's mildly frightening in my opinion, but it might be designed that way. Market maker Wintermute warns fresh capital has dried up. Stablecoin, ETF, and DAT inflows have leveled off. Crypto now relies on recycled liquidity rather than new money. That was a creepy, eerie thing to read. JP Morgan says Bitcoin is now $68,000 undervalued compared to gold after its latest dip, signaling the asset may be more attractive than gold. Interesting. Zcash surged past $500 for the first time since 2018, but what's really driving the comeback? I honestly do not know. Google, so this is the first one that's a little bit different from the one that we saw earlier. Google will display Polymarket and Kalshi prediction market data directly in search results. I think that this is the future. Like straight up just gambling app search results in Google to determine the future of everything. Ray Dalio warns the Fed is inflating a late-stage bubble by easing policy amid growth, saying it may lift hard assets but signal deeper economic decay. Ooh. Ray Dalio kind of looks like a turtle. Kathy Wood cut her Bitcoin price target by 300K to 1.2 million, saying stablecoins are rapidly replacing Bitcoin as a store of value in emerging markets. Interesting. I guess my issue with that is, what do you measure the stablecoins in when the dollar is literally not stable value wise? You know what I mean? Like, look at One of my favorite things to see is the picture where it shows how much Bitcoin you need to buy a house from the inception of Bitcoin, and that number has dramatically dropped since inception, and it's only been like just over a decade. So, in my opinion, it only makes sense to measure stablecoins in Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Circle urged the U.S. Treasury to apply simple, strong rules for all stablecoin issuers under the Genius Act, calling for equal standards across banks, non-banks, and foreign entities. Stock Money Lizards posted Bitcoin touching the weekly EMA 50, a story in 4 acts. This is what Franco was talking about earlier. We got first touch plus 195%, second touch plus 120%, third touch plus 70%, fourth touch was it going to be plus 40 or 50%? That would be like 140, 150K. That would be pretty sick. Just saying. This is a pretty sick video. We got Donald Trump buying a burger with Bitcoin. First transaction by a U.S. president on the Bitcoin protocol, as far as we know. As far as we know. Gourmet Bradsburg said Wintermute. Geez, who came up with that name? Right? It's very George R.R. Martin. Those said, JJ, dude, you either need to move you or tell your fiance or daughter to seriously watch out. What do you mean? Why do I need to move? Oh, because of all the crazy stuff. Okay, yeah. The fiance is getting a CPL. I'm buying her a pistol. Every market cycle ends with euphoria, not fear. This is from Trending Bitcoin. We are here. This is gold right here. And then this is Bitcoin. It seems like we are definitely early in this situation. I would actually even squeeze that down and put Bitcoin at optimism rather than belief. You know what I mean? Maybe it is that optimism. I don't know. But number go up. One of my friends in Brooklyn said, where does he live? Shawarmaland? No, I live where there's been like 3 shootings locally recently. Franco, literally, I could have had a drink with Franco. I'm kind of bummed. Franco was literally like in my backyard. Mr. Roberts said, hey, y'all, what's going on, Mr. Roberts? Happy Thursday, my friend. I'm excited to DCA tomorrow. Is that weird? Mickey Bull Crypto posted Altcoins. Imagine flipping bearish, seeing this. Disbelief alt rally incoming. One of the most bullish charts out there. We got a breakout and a retest of whatever line this is on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Kind of exciting. And then last but not least, I wanted to share this. Justin said, JJ, I wonder how many sats it takes to buy a Big Mac now versus 5 years ago versus 10 years ago. That would be an interesting one because the price of a Big Mac has increased exponentially. Tom Sluxco said, winter mute, more like winter gay. I wanted to point this out. This is apparently from 150 years ago. Periods when to make money, and it has been spot on literally ever since. The top portion here is years which panics have occurred and will occur again. 2019 is one of them. What happened in 2019? I can't seem to remember. B is years of good times, high prices, and the time to sell stocks and values of all kinds. We got 1999, 2007, 2016. C, years of hard times, low prices, and a good time to buy stocks, corner lots, goods, etc., and hold them till the boom reaches the years of good times, then unload. Sure thing, save this card and watch it closely. So we've got down here 1996, 2005, 2012, 2023. And it goes off of this weird 369, 257, 910, 8910, 8910 situation. The next one coming up is next year, 2026, which this is, I would say, probably the foundation, the cornerstone of my 2026 theory, because this has been more accurate than anything, any other piece of data out there. I don't know what it's based off of. I have no clue. Literally no idea. This is like that sacred geometry stuff. I have no idea how it works. Told us to exit the markets in 2007, right before the 2008 crash. Now it's indicating that 2026 will be the year of good times and probably a great time to sell and take profits. Interestingly, Powell's term as Fed chair also set to expire in May of 2026. So does that mean the cycle extends to 2026 and we'll see Bitcoin hitting 250,000 next year? Only time will tell. That was from Lark Davis on July 22nd. Everybody's flipped and flopped since then. You know, market changes. I don't blame them. But that is the last piece of news today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a portfolio update. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $396. None of the assets are in the green. They're actually on the red. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down, 69. Aptos is down 54. Proppy is down 48. I'm sorry, 47. Render is down 47. Shib is down 42. Ondo's down 40. Doge is down 33. ADA is down 31. Near is down 30. And Sol is down 7. Then we've got our Memecoin portfolio. Currently down 485. Jeez. Memecoin portfolio has 0 assets in the green. GigaChad is down 61. 61? Yeah. SNEK is down. I'm sorry. GigaChad is down 161. Is that right? Yeah, this is a $1,000 portfolio. SNEK is down 111. Pepe is down 82. Width is down 71. And Doge is down 62. And then we've got our narrative portfolio, which once upon a time was most stable. I think it's my favorite portfolio. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 real world asset coin, and 1 gaming coin. And it was, once upon a time, absolutely killing it. We do still have 1 asset in profit here, and that is Tau. Tau single-handedly carrying the entire portfolio. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down 60. VeChain is down 46. Mana is down 33. Pepe. Nope. Mana's down 23. I'm sorry. Pepe is down 20. And Tau is up 37. Billy said, JJ, can you look at Fear and Greed? Yes, I can. Christmas Villager said, is anyone in the green these days? I think my bag might be. I don't know. I'd have to look. I really haven't tried to do it. I've tried to avoid doing the math. Mr. Robert said, Philly Diddler, sup? LOL. Philly Diddler with the F. Gourmet Brazzer Brooklyn said, JJ, who did you say celebrated a big birthday recently? 80? That is Waterfly. Mr. Waterfly. Frequents the chat. Great dude. Part of the family for sure. Mr. Robert said, I rap every now and again, and those syllables are tight. Okay. Last but not least, we've got the narrative portfolio. Nope, that's not the last one. Last but not least, we've got the perfect entry portfolio, which is currently down $299, which is 29.9%. We've got 0 assets in the green over here as well. Starting from the bottom, Avalanche is down 53, Render's down 52, Pith is down 40, Graph is down 37, Sui is down 36, Ondo is down 33, Crow is down 21, ETH is down 15, Sol is down 14, and Link is down 2. So this might be, I don't know, is it worse off than the narrative portfolio? It is not. I think the perfect entry portfolio is the best off. I don't know. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. But everything is down. Everything's hurting. So you're not alone. You are not alone. Oh yes, Fear and Greed. Fear and Greed. Right now, Fear and Greed, Mr. Philly, is at 21. It's just at Fear. But the crypto, the one that they stopped measuring 15% of it, is at Extreme Fear. The only reason I don't like this one is because 15% of the way that they used to measure it is just no longer being measured right now. They're like, which is 15% is a big chunk. That is a big chunk of their database. And they own the site. They own Straw Poll. So it's just silly to me why they wouldn't use it. It's crazy. Okay, so they don't give those certificates. I don't know. It's just, it bugs me. Why would they should get rid of this entirely and just be like, okay, they should rebalance it, get rid of this, because to me it looks like they're just not measuring 15% of it. But it is at Extreme Fear right now, which is good. I do think it should legit be lower. What is the all-time low right now for this year? What is it? This one at 21 from November 4th? Is that it? 1 year. No, okay. I didn't think so. Right here, February 27th, we went down to a 10. There's no way sentiment is better than that time. There's no way. So, in my opinion, that 15% probably makes a big difference. This should be like 8 right now, fear and greed. The coin market cap one is at 21. I think that this one updates in like an hour or so, maybe in 11 minutes at 8 p.m. We'll see. Bitcoin 101, 568 and 7 cents. It is getting a little pumpy up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations once again to Waterfly for the daily close contest victory. Enjoy your chicken shawarma. What do we got? Mr. Barber said, Philly Diddler throwing the crypto killer, filling the stops and building a crop of gains. Philly wanted me to check AI stocks, so let's ask Grok. What are the top 5 AI stocks right now? Grok is going to give me a list. Cheers, guys. Happy Thursday. Subscribe if you're new. Smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Oh, delicious. Let's refresh the liquidation heat map while we're waiting. Crypto fear and greed. I'm going to check the top gainers just for fun. Why does it look so different? Am I crazy? Did they change this and I just haven't seen it? Gainers. Zygo the Frog. Pengu. Ooh. What? Is Pengu up? Oh, Pengu AI. Okay, I understand. Beers, Trump AI, Mega, Turbo Trump, Sora Grok, Harris Dog, Not Cat, Beer again, Coinstock, that's funny. D-Gen or D-Agent AI, GameStop Coin, Marbarak, Fake Circle, Sudang. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Fish 2. Alright. Back to it. We got Nvidia, Broadcom, Palantir, Google, Microsoft. Alright. I don't know, saying Nvidia's dead seems really silly. But Billy asked if I thought AI stocks were dead. I'm going to say no right out the gate. Just because this is unfortunately how exponential growth happens. People thought it was dead here. People thought it was dead here. People thought it was dead here. People thought it was dead here, especially. That one was probably huge. People are going to think it's dead here as well. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. People thought it was dead. People are going to think it's dead. And it's going to do this probably again. People are going to think it's dead. And it's going to grow some more. And then over time, when you zoom way out, this is just going to go boop. It's going to look like a huge parabola. Maybe even like this. That'd be crazy. Billy said Fear and Greed 21 is bad. Apparently it's been 10 before. Within the last 12 months, it has been 10. Mr. Roberts said, you gotta go on the back seat with those lyrics to have it make sense. Or on the backbeat. Oh, okay. Okay, yes, I visited the shed. Cash Oak said, ask Grok if OpenAI and NVIDIA are gonna pump WLD and if the bots trade it, LOL. Is OpenAI and NVIDIA going to pump WLD, the crypto, and do the bots trade it? I guess, what do you mean by the bots? Like the AI? So there is an AI agent on Cardano that I know of that now you have to pay to access it. Otherwise I would have done it already because it looks sick. But it's like $1,000 to get the NFT that's required. You can program this bot to like trade certain assets, and you can give it access to a crypto wallet and tell it to go try to make money, and it will trade and make money. It's really cool. Flash said, what's the news for the Cas Pump? Is there Cas Pump? That'd be interesting. I haven't seen Cas Pump in forever. Oh, it's up 6.75%. Ooh! Maybe the news is that it was just ridiculously, incredibly oversold. 4-hour time frame. Oh no, that is quite a pump, isn't it? Let me go check. See if there's anything. Ignore my news feed. Cass. Cass founder, this was 6 hours ago, declines Binance top 100 blockchain invite, calling out the exchange for favoring casino-style tokens over fair large cypherpunk projects. Interesting. Cass army, see what I mean? Cass holders, I know what you don't. Cass, trust me, we'll see some good news soon. Big one. Cass is king. That was 2 hours ago. Can someone tell me why Cass is pumping? Back above 52. If you want to frame #DAG's reply to Binance, put it up on your wall. Here you go. Study your Caspa. Interesting. Maybe that's literally why. Because he told people to F off. That's actually kind of sick. Interesting. I might actually go buy some more. Yo, what's Cass doing? Holy crap. Everyone's freaking out over the little 5% pump. That's cute. That's good for them, though. It's 6.83. It's growing. It's probably actually going to go crazy. It's, you know what? This might be, guys, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be spreading hopium. Zcash pumped. Now Cass is pumping. I'm just saying. We might start to see a trickling effect. Money's leaving Bitcoin, going into altcoins. Bitcoin dominance might lose this 60%, and then we might literally start to see an alt season. Philly said Pengu had to take an L because I delarged. What? Philly, that is a crazy typo. Because I deleveraged, maybe? I don't know. I hope that's what you meant to say. I don't know what the hell delarged is. That sounds sad. Gourmet Brands Book said you have FET in the AI portfolio. I don't think I have an AI portfolio, do I? What was I just looking at? I feel like I just saw something go up. Portfolio. We have Grok portfolio. So in the narrative portfolio, the AI one is either... Yeah, the AI one is Fetch, yes. Getting completely decimated. This thing's been effed so hard since we added it. They're like... They all merged and then they unmerged like one by one. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know the news. The news, I guess, is just that the Cass guy told CZ to F off. 3% of Cass supplied for 41 million South free to you. You've had Cass buff futures on Binance since 2023. Is this really what you call fair and transparent? Ooh, dang. What? Okay, so Cass just straight up called them out. Yeah, they were looking for $41 million. Wow. Wow. Binance awarding Yanni as best independent researcher, inviting him to Dubai. I'm not coming. You guys are scammers. This is so good, dude. I love this. I honestly, Cass might get destroyed now because CZ is like, I'm scared of that guy. He might literally set his sights on Cass and just absolutely decimate them. My question is, can I trade Cass on Bitunix? Yes, I absolutely can. Ooh! For some reason on Bitunix, it's up 17%. What the F? Am I crazy? Oh, I understand. It's a time frame. So this is actually a 20. Whoa! Holy shit. That's exactly why. This is a 20% pump on the day. Wow. Good for them, dude. Good for them. I've been saying for forever that Cass needs to reclaim 5 and eventually 10 in order for me to give a crap. Because we've been watching this, dude. It has just been falling nonstop. And honestly, this structure looks almost identical. So, can we get some actual relief here? I think that might be incredibly possible. That's exciting. Exciting stuff. All right. There's no official announcement or evidence that OpenAI or NVIDIA plans to directly pump WorldCoin, the cryptocurrency tied to Iris Scanning Identity Project co-founded by OpenAI's Sam Altman. However, market speculation linking Altman's roles in both OpenAI and WorldCoin has driven world price surges in the past, particularly following a major OpenAI and NVIDIA deals. For instance, after NVIDIA's September 2025 announcement of up to $100 billion in investments for OpenAI's AI infrastructure, including 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA systems, World saw optimistic forecast for a rebound, with analysts eyeing 80% upside potential from its then $30 levels towards $240. Similar hype earlier in 2025, like after OpenAI's Oracle Cloud Pact pushed WLD up 107% in a week to near a $4 billion market cap. As of early November 2025, though, World has dipped 28% month to date amid broader crypto volatility, trading around 92 cents with bullish long-term predictions $1.10, $4.18 by year-end, potentially $5 in 2025 on AI identity adoption. Regarding bots, yes, algorithmic trading bots actively trade WLD on major exchanges like Binance and OKX, contributing to its high liquidity and volatility, typically for mid-cap cryptos with 192 million plus daily volume during peaks. WorldCoin's tech ironically aims to combat bots via proof of human verification, which has even been piloted in ad tech to reduce fraud and boost click-through rates by 50%. That said, there's no unusual bot-driven pump tied to OpenAI and Nvidia news right now. Any recent moves seem more sentiment-driven. Crypto remains speculative, dyor, and trade responsibly. Very cool. Philly said, JJ, I mean deleverage. That's what I thought, Philly. Yeah, dude, this thing flew today. Cass went up like crazy. That's actually awesome. Good for them. About damn time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I suppose this is where I'm going to love and leave you. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Market is pretty chill. Did this update yet? 21? Oh, it's just past 8 p.m. too, so it should have updated if it was going to. Or was it 20? Maybe it's 21 now? I don't know. It says 7 p.m., so yeah, maybe it did update already. It was 20 at 24. Is it 24 right now? I don't understand. What am I looking at here? I don't know, man. Exciting for Cass. Market looks decent. Can we continue this? Time will tell. Congratulations, Waterfly, once again. That's a pretty good write-up, Grok. Grok has some good ones every once in a while. That is actually a good one. Usually it's overly political and just a word salad, but that one was relatively decent. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Make sure you subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We do daily close contests where you could win up to $300. It's a ton of fun. Super easy to play. Just be here before 6:50 p.m. EST and submit your guess after 6:50, before 6:55. I don't know. I'll go over the rules. If you guys are here tomorrow during the stream and you're not familiar, just ask. I'll go over the rules for you. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Happy Thursday and good night.